Hello everyone and welcome back. Today I wanted to create a classic holiday glam, so a stunning sparkly eye paired with a vibrant red lip. It's a classic for a reason. It hits every time and I've been craving to create a look like this. So before we get into it, I'd love for you to subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get started. I'm going to be starting with my eyes today because I'm going to be working with some glitter and I don't want it to go all over my face, so this way I'm going to be able to pick it up before I do my base. So I like to do a little bit of prep before I go into the eyes. I like to apply a little bit of concealer under the eye just to brighten it up, to create a nice blank canvas, and also to add something for the shadow to stick to. So I just put a little bit of my Tower 28 concealer. I'm just going to blend it out like normal. Just really focusing around here. I'm most likely going to be wiping anything underneath, so I'm not aiming for like the best blend ever. I practiced this look yesterday and it turned out really nice, so I'm like ecstatic to show you how I achieved it. And now I'm going to put on some of my Fenty Beauty eye primer. I go from crease down, just in the center like that, and that's plenty to cover my entire lid. And I get right into the inner corner because I like to do an inner corner highlight, and that needs to stick there too. I got my nails done. I got this pretty classic milky white and I love them. So that's my basic prep. I'm actually going to be doing the classic Scotch tape trick. I'm just going to stick it to the back of my hand to get it to be not so sticky so it doesn't rip my eye off. I'm using tape because you're able to do this really specific technique that you can't really do without. I want a little bit of my lower lash line in here. So can you see where I placed it? I placed it a little differently than we're used to seeing. Some people place it right at the outermost corner up, but I wanted a little bit of my lower, just so I can get kind of a more straight angle with my shadowing. How pretty is this mirror? It's from Flower Nose, which I'll talk about later, or maybe in a future video, but like, hello. So the eyeshadow palette I'm going to be working with is the Makeup by Mario Master Mattes. I'm going to first grab the shade right here, this nice rich brown. You can use basically any neutral palette. It doesn't have to be this specific one. I'm going to take this nice small blending brush. This is a Smith 233 with that shade. And I'm going to close my eye and I'm going to rub this back and forth. What's really nice about tape, you're able to like really lean up against it and you're able to place your brush at a different angle to really ensure you get that really nice blend up top here. And then you get a nice crisp line. So I basically start by touching the tape and then I adjust the pressure and fade it off. Just like so. I'm now going to grab this shade, a mixture of the shade I went in with and this one over here. So boop, boop, boop. And I'm going to start working that a little higher. I'm going to switch my brush to something a bit more detailed. This is a BK Beauty 210. I'm going to take the nice dark rich color right next to the black and I'm going to go right underneath of that blend right here. I'm taking a little inspiration from some Douyin makeup techniques. Just a little bit, you'll see the inspiration come through. I'm now going to take a little bit of the black matte shadow with this flat brush to really intensify near my lash line. Now with a nice fluffy brush, this is a Laura Mercier brush, just a random fluffy brush. I'm taking that first shade and this shade, once again, that nice mixture. And I'm going to put this in my crease, just in the inner corner to kind of complement that. I'm not going to be focusing any out here today, just in the inner, just for a little unique twist on a classic holiday look. Taking a smaller brush with that lighter shade, just to really intensify that. Okay, at this point, I'm going to carefully pull the tape. My hair kind of got in there and it didn't make it so satisfying. I'm so sorry. At this point, I'm taking a clean brush, just something a little bit more on the flat side, And I'm just going to kind of blend this out because I don't love like how sharp it gets. I just want it to look a little bit man-made, you know? I'm now going to grab that first blending brush once again. It's the Smith 233, and I'm taking that darker brown, and you can see it left like this little hint of a trail here. I'm going to follow that without getting close to my lashes. I'm going to like contour my eye bag. This is going to make your eyes look so big. Just taking a touch of my concealer with a flat brush. This is a glisten brush. I don't know what it is. The lettering rubbed off, unfortunately. I'm just going to clean this up a little bit. I'm now going to deepen with that dark, dark brown next to the black right here. And I don't mind it being a little bit rounded. It brought a little interest. Now I'm going to be adding the sparkles. I'm going to be using my Moondust eyeshadow from Urban Decay in the shade Wild Dipper, which is one of the newer shades, but it's a nice golden hue. And it has kind of like a sheer golden base. It's not as brown as Space Cowboy. And I'm going to press this pretty much all over. I'm dampening a Smith 253 just to get that impact up and to get more control over here because I didn't want it to go all over my smoky wing. Now I'm going to incorporate some of these from Flower Nose. These are really, really pretty glitter liners. This one right here in the shade, 01 Diamond Star, looks like snow on a sunny day. It has a bunch of different colored glitters, so I really wanted to incorporate that into today's look. And the other one I wanted to use is the shade 02 Shining Nova, which is a nice golden glitter with some silver. It really reminds me of Urban Decay Moondust, but in a liquid form. So I'm going to start off with the more golden one, and I'm going to intensify right in the center of the look. And I've been experimenting with these, and they're really nice actually. Some glitter liners like this, if you apply them over like powder shadows, it'll kind of dampen them and move things around, but this one doesn't. I'm also going to be using that in my inner corner. And I'm going to do a glitter wraparound, which I love a glitter wraparound. It's so pretty. All around the eye. And I like to take that brush, where is it? I'm panicking. And I like to take that brush and blend out, oh my God, Ren, get out of here. And blend out the glitter so it's not as stiff looking. And then I'm going to take that first one with the more chunky multicolored glitter. And I'm just going to put this in a few spots, like just the center here. I got it all over my lashes. And right in the inner corner here. Kind of more focusing this right around my lashes. I just quickly did the other eye, then I curled my lashes and added a layer of my Clio Kill Lash mascara. And at this point, you can feel free to add a lash if you want. I think I'm just gonna let the glitter be the focus. So now I'm just going to wipe away my fallout and all of that. And I'll show you how I get those stubborn glitters away. I just take another piece of tape and I stick it to my face and I pick up every little piece. So here are the eyes all finished. It looks a little insane without the rest, but let's continue to put this look together. I'm now going to start with my base. I think my original plan is a little bit too dark. I wanted to use my Maybelline Superstay, but it looks too tan for me today. So I'm gonna go for my Patrick Ta foundation because I want a really perfected look. And I'm using the shade Light 2. For concealer, I'm going to use my Tower 28 in the shade Dtla. So I have a sour update, which is why my uploads have been so sporadic lately. It's because I'm single again. Yep, Didn't really want to say it in today's video because I feel like my emotions have been so up and down, but I don't know. I just wanted to let you guys in the loop of my life and why I was so stressed in my last video. It's because I was pretty much getting ready to break up with him, which is kind of screwed up, but I knew if I didn't film that day, I wasn't going to film for like a week. But yeah, I've been going through all of the emotions that come with a breakup. And it's a hard one because I've never had like a sweet breakup. I've always had one that I was always left very angry with the person or feeling very relieved of the person. But this time it's different just because I just think our lives weren't going to align anymore. We were definitely like at a crossroads. I realized in his next 3 to 5 years, it's going to look pretty similar to what he's living like now. And that's not where I want to be in 3 to 5 years. Like I want to be potentially living with a partner, maybe being engaged, or even in the talks of starting a family, or maybe I'll even be pregnant. Like, and that was just not in his wheelhouse of what he wanted in his next couple of years. And when I really thought about it, this really scared me, but I realized I didn't really see that happening with him. So it was just one of those situations. I think the hardest thing I'm dealing with right now is the loss of a friend. I don't want to get emotional. Yeah. Whew. Diet Coke always helps. I'm not going to go further into it or else obviously I'm going to cry. I didn't expect to, but yeah, that's what I'm going through right now. So if you're there with me, I'm here with you, and it sucks ass. It really does. And right now I am so scared of restarting with someone. The dating scene is crazy, but I'm trying not to think about that right now because it's like I'm not going to be doing that for a while. But just so you know, there will be some future first date get ready with me's, but not for a while. I need to heal a lot first. So now I'm just going, wow, I did a terrible job at blending out my concealer. Hold on, I'm going to collect myself for a second and then I'll be back to powdering. Now I'm taking my Givenchy powder in the shade 3 just to really set my under eyes and to kind of soften my, my overblend under my eyes here. At this point, I'm going to do my brows because I tend to forget it when I go out of order of my normal routine. So I'm gonna do that real quick. So please enjoy the brow intermission. I'm happy I got my brows out of the way so I didn't forget. Now I'm going to bronze and contour using my e.l.f. Halo Glow Beauty Wands in the shade Fair Light and Light Medium. Light Medium is going to be my bronzing color and the other's my contour. I really like these ones. I'm not too sold on the blushes yet, but I like the contour and bronzer colors. If you're also going through a breakup or if you're wanting a new hobby, I highly suggest crochet. Oh my god, is it ever so fun and addicting. That's what I did pretty much for 3 days straight. I crocheted. I'll show you my first ever project. Well, actually you're probably like, what the frick is that in the background? That's my first project. And I think it turned out hilarious. It's supposed to be a little Totoro. I didn't have gray or any of the right colors, so I was like, let's make a cute lemon lime one. But he turned out to look like a freaking little corn. And I also misplaced his facial features, so he kind of looks like Totoro, corn, and Coochie Kopi from Bob's Burgers. And I kind of love him for it. I feel like Lilo in Lilo and Stitch when she hand makes that doll. Same kind of vibe for me. But I liked where I placed him. He looked like he was kind of sitting on my shoulder. It brought me a lot of happiness. I always have to be doing something with my hands, especially if I'm watching TV. So it's been the best. And this is my second project I'm working on. I need to give him some limbs, but cute little pink teddy bear. It's so cute. What should I name her? And just to bring some more glam into this look, I'm going to contour a little bit. I'm even going to use a smaller brush, this Sephora collection brush. They don't sell this one anymore, but it's similar to the 56 brush in their newest collection. And I used my Moda blending fan brush, which is actually back. Just in a Marilyn Monroe kit, which is kind of random. I wanted a very intense highlight, and the Rare Beauty one is the perfect highlight to do so. I'm using the shade Exhilarate, and I might add a little bit of Enlighten if I feel like it, which is the white one. I'm using this one, might add a little bit of this. I think just for the extra layer of drama, I'm gonna do a little bit of the white shade just on the highest point right here. Whoa. And I take my time with the blend. I like to do little circles. Okay, I don't know what it is, but I have like this little curse when I film. Whenever I wanna say circle, I wanna say circules. What is that? Nervous? It's really annoying though. And for my blush, I'm going to be using my Dior in the shade Cherry, and I think it will pair really nicely with a red lip since it is a red blush. And I didn't want anything too overpowering. These typically are quite sheer. They're very buildable though. Just wanted a hint of life since I don't really feel like I have any in me right now. Red blush is so interesting because it seems to be so intimidating, but it always looks really natural because like it just looks like a normal flush. I'm just going to put a nice little veil of the setting powder in the Patrick Ta powder. What? In the Patrick Ta Duo. I love this powder. I don't know why I just reserve it for when I use this foundation, but it's one of the thinnest but most blurring and refined powders. It's so stunning. For my red lip combo, I thought of this one from Givenchy. I fell in love with this when I did my full face of Givenchy. It is such a stunning, vibrant blue red. Look at that. But if you have Fenty Beauty Uncensored, use that for this look. It's perfect. I tried to find that one for this look. Can't find it anywhere. I'm really stressed about it actually, because that's my #1 favorite red lipstick. I'm not gonna think about it right now. I'm using the shade Brick from the MAC lip liners to line my lips. This is my favorite lip liner when I do like a vibrant red lip, because it has a little bit of depth to it, but it's still like a nice cherry blue red. I don't get the name for it though, Brick. I do not get brick vibes from this color whatsoever. Now I'm going to go in with this lipstick. It's Le Rouge Deep Velvet in the shade 36. Wow, I wish I wore lip balm while I was doing my makeup. This texture is not highlighting my dry ass lips. How pretty is this color and how pretty is this packaging? It looks like a disco ball. How fun. And here's this year's version of my perfect holiday look. I never really use chunky glitter, but man, oh man, I might start because this is so striking. It's so fun to look at. And also keep tuned because I have another idea on a more fun twist on holiday look that might be my next video coming up. But that's going to be all from me. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. I'll link and list everything I used in the description box down below, so feel free to check that out, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys!